Rocket roll program confirmed. Go with throttle up.
You are now listening to the Dirtbag block of rock.
This, my friends, is the mighty, the one, the only Mick Blankenship. Give it up, everybody. Come on. How you doing this afternoon, brother? Or evening in this case.
Going well, man. How are you doing?
You know what, man? I cannot complain one doggone bit. It's sunshine, life is good, and I have been graced with some good music by you, my friend.
I appreciate that.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, give me the title of this latest track because I don't want to screw it up.
It's Luxúria, just like luxurious.
There we go. I was going to completely destroy that. That's why I asked. Because
That's okay.
English for me truly is a second language. There's no getting around it. The rest of it is just BS, and I just kind of like throw English words in the middle of it.
Well, it's actually Brazilian for lust.
Check you out. Nice. Well, right on, man. First off, got to thank Dirtbag for making this all possible, and thank you for arranging your schedule so we can make this happen. The whole idea about this is we're going to talk about your music, brother, where it's coming from, where it's been, how you're feeling about it right now. So let's just jump off with that one. The new single is out. The video's out. How are you feeling about this bad boy in juxtaposition of what you've done in the past?
I'm actually very proud of it, man. I kind of jumped a little bit out of my wheelhouse with it and, trying to play around with some new tones and some new sounds and just, be a little bit different. But also at the same time, I feel like, I was a little bit more creative this go around. So I'm pretty proud of it. Creative
in what sense?
I typically lean towards the anthemic rock, the bouncier, heavier stuff. And I just kind of wanted something that was real smooth and that just kind of, was a little bit slower, perhaps.
This is true. What I've heard today, in comparison, this is a little slower, but it still has that punch in the production.
Absolutely, man.
Now, did you do it locally? Do you have somebody? Did you do it on your own?
Yeah, that was 100% on my own. I just do it in my own home studio.
Perfect, man. You must have some sweet gear, man, because this is sounding really, really good. Now, in the past, you've used somebody else to produce it. Now, is that the brother from Disturbed? Did he have any input in this as well?
Not this particular song, but yes, John from Disturbed he helped me produce the bulk of the vocals on my first album, and then he came in and did a little bit of co-writing and a little bit of vocal production on the second album as well.
So this is sounding like you've harnessed what you've learned, and you've created something very nice.
100%, yeah. That's why I'm kind of proud of it, man. The last couple tunes I've done 100% on my own, and it's definitely something to sit back and admire once you get through that, and writing. I always joke around and I tell everybody that, trying to be in a band with four of yourself is really difficult sometimes, man, when you're the bass player, the drummer, the vocalist, the producer and all that stuff, and you do it all by yourself in the same room all the time, you tend to go a little nuts. But, I just take it, day by day, and when it happens, it happens. I don't try to push anything. So
with that said, how long did it take you to create this bad boy?
Oh, I started on it, I don't know, probably 6 or 7 months ago, put, 2 or 3 days into it, then I step away for a couple weeks, and then I'll come back and put another 2 or 3 days into it. So grand total, probably somewhere around 10 days.
Anything on the horizon as far as companion to this guy, or what's going on?
Absolutely, man. I'm actually doing a record right now with Noah Henson. Noah Henson played guitar in the band Pillar back in the day in the early 2000s, and now he's playing with a country guy named Brantley Gilbert, and he's now a record producer, and he's worked with all kinds of artists. So him and I have teamed up, not just as a producer this go around, he's actually writing with me on this record. So I'm really, really pumped. Noah's actually one of my favorite guitar players. Like, I hold the guy up there with like Zakk Wylde and Dime. Like, the dude is amazing. He should be a lot more popular than what he is, but
and you've got him for a cup of coffee and a sandwich.
We're actually doing a 5-song EP, man.
Okay.
We are on the very tail end of that. Matter of fact, I leave in 2 more days to head back to Nashville to button everything up.
Very nice.
So 1 more vocal track to lay for the 5th song, and then it's off to get mixed and mastered.
Very nice. And this is coming how long? What are we looking for? A couple of months out?
Well, this go around, man, I think I'm actually going to seek out some record label support for this and not do it independently. I've done everything independently up until this point.
Yeah.
And, I think that I've done a pretty good job with what I've, have done and have established and, with pushing my name out there and stuff. So I think it's time. I really need to take this thing to the next level. So I'm already talking to a handful of different labels right now, and they're very interested in seeing the end product. So I'm pretty stoked.
Very nice. And then you got your bags packed. You got some gas money. You're ready to head on out.
Absolutely, man.
Very cool. Have you spoken to anybody on how that's going to look for the summer? Are you thinking of finishing this thing? Let's just be optimistic about it. You finish it, you get picked up. What is your dream kind of tour? What are you looking for? Are you looking for continental U.S.? Would you be up for getting that passport and heading to Europe?
Oh man, definitely. I would love to go to Europe more than anything. I mean, I would love to tour with like Shinedown or Disturbed. That would be a dream come true.
Well, heck, man, check it out, man. They're going to be doing something North America. Why not pick you up?
You never know, man. I mean, if I could get some label support behind it, definitely can't afford to do something like that. Just being, it's just an individual guy. That takes a huge bankroll, but it's definitely not out of the question.
Absolutely. Now, with the albums that you have out, you've got some really good material. So I wouldn't see that being a difficulty for any record label to pick you up and throw you out there on tour at all.
Man, I would totally be down. I hope that's the case. I just want to speak it into existence, man. And I really think it's going to be my year. So I'm staying really positive about it.
Absolutely. I mean, with the chops that you got, now, as far as band's concerned, are you going to be doing some hired guns, or how's it going to work out?
Yeah, probably so. I mean, I have a handful of guys that are kind of loyal to me. I'm a solo artist, so I'm not technically a band, but obviously I have to perform as a band. And so the guys, that have been playing with me for the last few years are interested in that. We'll just have to cross that bridge when we get there for sure.
Absolutely. Well, I can't wait to hear the rest of what you got, because is it going to be on the same vein of what you got going on right now, or are you going to still venture into some of the heavy?
Actually, man, I can't wait to share it with you. It's actually heavier.
Very nice.
If you take my song "Worthless Me," which just so happens to be my most streamed song on Spotify,
very cool.
It's very much in the vein of that, and that was, funny enough, that was the very first song I ever wrote and professionally released. So I wanted to kind of get back to my roots, my Pantera, Metallica type roots, man, and then, combine that with, a little bit of Pillar, which is another huge influence on me.
All right.
And, that those heavy guitar tones and big, huge, wide vocals, man. And it's something, what I can say about it is it's definitely unique. Like when you hear it, it doesn't sound like anything else out there. So that's huge for me.
It reminds me a lot of stuff that was released in the early 90s before everybody got choked up on the whole flannel thing. Your vocal reminds me a lot of a little bit of Alice in Chains, but with a little bit more aggression, a little bit more meat behind it. And that's what I'm really enjoying about it. And I think music is starting to head back into that heavier, more meaningful type of vocal that you have. And I'm gonna start singing the praises of what you got putting down, brother.
Oh, sweet, man. I really appreciate that. Thanks for that love, man.
Because everybody's like, they interview people and they speak to people and go like, oh yeah, you're the greatest thing since, sliced Swiss cheese. And it's kind of like, brother, don't lie to me. Like either you dig it or you don't dig it. Because right now I'm feeling a sweet, sweet hot wind of BS flying near me.
Right.
And that is definitely what I'm not doing, my man. The accolades are well deserved and without any kind of BS veneer, spread on that sandwich. So I can't wait to hear. Now this single again, really, really good, and I can't wait to hear the rest of the EP, especially if you're saying it's going to be heavier.
Absolutely, man.
Very cool, my man. Where can people find all of your stuff in the big wide world of that electronic box?
Well, the easiest way is to Google me. But if you want to go straight to the source, man, it's mickblankenship.com, just like it sounds and spelled. And, pretty much every answer to every question that most people have is there. All my links, all my socials, all my videos, my store, if you want to buy some swag, support and buy a CD or a t-shirt or something like that. Shows right now, I'm doing independent shows as they come and make sense. But when those come, I absolutely post them there first.
Very cool. Now, one thing that's probably not going to be on the website, and I'm going to ask you right now, just open up your melon sack and just check what's coming at you right now. What is the cheese you go to?
Like everyday music?
Nope, cheese.
Like actual cheese?
Like the dairy product.
Sharp cheddar.
Look at you. All right. Are you going to be going for some of that white sharp cheddar? Or are you gonna stick with that orange stuff? What's going on?
Yeah, I like a good blend, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
All right. A little sharp cheddar going on. Okay, that's cool. See, you will not find this on the website. It's not going to be there. Only here, right now. Well, you know what? Again, thank you so much for Dirtbag, and thank you for taking the time out. Can't wait to hear the rest, and let's just enjoy some of the music you got coming down.
Awesome, brother. Thanks for having me, man.
You got it.
Music from Mick Blankenship and other Dirtbag artists, visit dirtbag.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Dirtbag Clothing 1996. The Dirtbag Block of Rock is brought to you by Aquarian Drumheads.